And we are live. And as you can see, still moving in, but just got off of a live with Nancy at Crohn's Wisdom and Mel from Woolly Hermit, and thought I would just jump on, see if anybody was around. Still energized by all these crystals. And what? Now another cat wants to jump. They can't, just can't leave me alone. So just hang out here and wait to see if anybody pops in. I'm sure a few of y'all will. I have a whole thing of crystals around me in my little bags and trying to figure out now what I'm going to do with them all. Keep them, of course. Oh my God, look at my hair, Heather. It is time for a dye job. Got my my old Tory, the original. It's got holes in it, but hey, Tory rocks. Came across this today. Still have it. Amazing. Can't believe it's been, what, over 30 years since her albums came out. Especially because I am 30 years older too. So, alrighty. Hi, Amy. Thanks for dropping by. Just got done with a live with Mel and Nancy about crystals, and I think my crystals got me charged up because I am wide awake. I have all this to put away and just in a good mood. So I thought I would just jump on, hang out, see how everybody's doing, if there's anything they want to talk about. Maybe pull a few cards for little reads. How are you today? I can't remember. Were you in Tangie's after party today? I know I'm seeing you in more and more other live chats, so it's nice to see a friendly face. Thank you for joining me. Um, if you could, let's see, give me 1 second. I forgot to grab my orange juice. I'm thirsty. And I will be right back. And now would be a good time for one of my kitties to actually make an appearance. So, because who can't resist a cute little kitty? Okay. So, I'm just going to, I'm not even going to stop the cam. 1 second. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Today is your brother's 54th birthday. Well, happy birthday, bro. 54. Oh, I just turned 51 last month. I don't know. It's like mentally I'm all still within. Like I want to think and feel like a 20 and 30-year-old. But oh, with the moving and the packing, oh, I do not have that body anymore. Although I could get it back if I worked very diligently and consistently at it, but you know, what can I do? Hey, Sharon Sipe. No, unfortunately, I missed it. Oh,
There's no one in your contacts named Sharon. Whose contact info are you looking for?
Sharon, when I said hi to you, Siri came on and told me there were no contacts with your name in my phone. Oh, isn't that freaky? They're supposed to recognize just saying their name and then all of a sudden, that's really weird. Okay, so let's see. Kate, Sharon, Amy, if you mind just chatting away a little bit, I have got to get me my orange juice, so I'll be right back. Da 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 da. Where is my glass? There you are. The host has left. We're chatting. But I trust. I trust. Sharon is a pro. Oh, Tom. Happy birthday, Tom. Here's to Tom. Just straight orange juice. Not much of a drinker anymore. I think the next time I have a drink, now that Buffalo's starting to open up more because of the COVID restrictions, are just. I'm going to have to go to the chocolate bar and have a chocolate martini. Oh my God, they're so good. So here's to Amy's brother Tom and his 54th birthday. And you'll be, oh, Amy, another one joining the 50 Club. Welcome. What's really funny is one night, I don't know which live it was. They had Lisa from Lisa Smith from Nasty Wind, and she was just talking, and then my phone pops on. So somehow there's something in my voice that matches a tone in Lisa's voice, and she turned my phone on. I was like, oh, so that's how we're playing tonight. I didn't catch their whole singing contest the other day, or was that yesterday? Because I was on another person. I was on with Allie from Heart and Soul. I've just been busy, and I just love it. It's our little family. It's awesome. You know what's cool, Amy? Let me share something about my family. My great grandmother McConnell on my mom's side, her birthday is December, or was, well, still is. I celebrate her birthday, is December 4th. Now, when my mom got pregnant, she was like, okay, you're going to be due right up. You're going to have that kid on my birthday. She was all excited. She thought, oh, when my great grandkids, we're going to be on her birthday. And I know, Joan, is past our bedtime. What can I say? Blame it on me. And so great grandma is the December 4th. So my mom gets pregnant with my sister. So what day does my sister come on? December 4th? No, my sister comes on December 5th. And so, oh well, my mom tried, right? And so my brother's born in 60. He's January, so not close at all. And then my mom gets pregnant with me. And so she's still alive, and she's like, okay, well, this grandbaby, because of the due date, is going to be on my birthday. So did I come on the 4th? No. Did I come on my sister's birthday, the 5th? No. I came on the 6th. My poor great grandma. So great grandma 4th, my sister 5th, I'm the 6th. And then my grandniece, Tiana, her birthday is on the 10th. And so now my grandniece Tiana just had her firstborn. And guess what day he was born on? And now my sister and I are hoping that, he'll be born on our birthday. No. So he's born the day after his mommy's birthday. So, I mean, how sweet is that? Great grandma 4th, me, my sister the 5th, me the 6th, and then my grandniece the 10th, and then her little baby comes on the 11th. I mean, just, the Sages. Sages ruling. To the Sag. I know everybody already. There's nothing in this drink. It's just straight up orange juice. So, Joan, the reason why I'm up right now, I'm usually sometimes up like this, but I just did a live with Nancy and Mel from Woolly Hermit on crystals. So I was trying to go through my boxes and try to find some of my crystals. And we were talking about crystals for an hour and holding them and everything. So I kind of got a little, I think revved up. So that's a lot of December birthdays. Yes, it is. Because there's nothing better than a Sag. But I've learned recently that, okay, my sun sign, this is as much as I know about astrology. My sun sign is, of course, Sag. I found out that my rising sign or my ascendant sign is Aries. So that's another fire sign. And then my moon sign is Pisces. And what I discovered too recently is that when you see readers do readings for each of the signs, you can also watch and listen to the readings that come up for the signs of your ascendant and your moon. So you can take all three of those and you get a little bit more comprehensive reading on how your day, week, or month are going to go. I thought that was pretty cool. Hey, Viviani. I can't wait till I get a different setup so we don't see the double chin or the bad acne. I was like, come on, guys. I went through this in high school. Really? Give me a break. But I suppose that's one of the joys of getting older, too. You revert. Too bad you don't revert back to your waist size and your your less wrinkle size. Okay, did I miss anybody? So, hey, Viviani. So, is there anything anybody wanted to chat about? I was on, like I said earlier, about crystals, so I still have some around me. So, if anyone wanted to talk about crystals or get a crystal card message, just let me know. Or we can just chill and hang back. My great my great nephew's birthday is Aiden's. Oh, that's cool. I was thinking of going Aiden. Aiden. And then it's like our new little bro. Usually it's Jay is our little bro. I think Jay's going to have to pass that crown down to Aiden now. But Aiden's a sweetheart, and he's got a lot of insight, and he's very straightforward. He's not one that's going to sugarcoat your reading. I like that. Maybe learn how to balance more with a little bit of a compassion, not or empathetic, but he tells it like it is. He's just straightforward. And I've had to cut back on that because apparently Sagittarians can be a little too blunt. Do you have a Apophyllite? I do have a Apophyllite, and I'm looking right at it right here. I have several pieces. I wish I had my book. So let's see. I even pulled out my cards. So Apophyllite. So Joan, is there anything specific that you wanted to know about Apophyllite? Because when I first learned about Apophyllite was let's see, Apophyllite. Um, I have one. It's easier for me to read this way, guys. I guess it's from being with other lives over the months. I have one and had it on my table, and it was messing with my. Okay, now Apophyllite is a higher vibration energy crystal, Joan. So you may have to notch it down a little bit. Um, so let me. Okay. Well, first of all, I have several sizes. I first came across Apophyllite in 2008 when. Oh, then that's not the stone for you. Apophyllite is good for. Well, let me back up a little bit. 2008, when I started working at Crystal Magic and getting into Reiki and crystals, Apophyllite was a favored stone for a lot of Reiki practitioners because the Apophyllite has like a natural point to it. And this is one of my smaller ones. And really lovely facets. Usually, lately tonight, if I put this too close to my lamp, it's completely like washing out the. Ooh, ooh. Okay, well, do that a little bit. So, um, Apophyllite is a great energy for healing because it takes that energy of the Reiki and gives it a little bit of a boost. So, and it was supposed will give the the practitioner a little bit of a boost and help, because the apophyllite, of course, is a high vibration, high chakra stone. So that's going to be opening all that up and making it easier for that Reiki energy to come in. And so that you can, of course, send it out to, your client. So now, like I said, with the apophyllite, it's a high vibration stone. So that one may be too much for your body to handle. And let me just see if I can find, because I just want to show you the correct spelling too. If you go to research it, right now I can't, the cards. What, you can't tell me what the, oh, for the love of God. Ay, ay, ay. Where's my other deck? Because I thought we were going to be doing reading, so I pulled out my crystal card decks. Hey, Debsy. What's up? Debsy in the house. It's weird. It's like I've never met Debsy in person or seen her face. But yeah, I feel like that's your told by Debsy. She's like, she walks to the room and goes, hey, bitches, I'm here. Drop mic. That's the kind of energy and personality I get of. Oh, Laura's here too. Hey, Laura. Thank you for dropping by. Yep, getting ready for bed. That's where I should be. But you. Okay, so. Okay. Joan. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, here we go. I hate these cameras. There you go. Apophyllite, and I'll type that in there for you. So, I know the other night when someone was asking, I couldn't remember how to spell it either. These days, my brain doesn't work as fast as it used to. It's weird. I always thought there was just one L, but apparently there's two. So, the Apophylites, of course, connects third eye and crown chakras. It's a major stone. So I'm trying to think of what might be. Have you tried using labradorite? Labradorite is good for connecting with your higher self and not as strong, um, at least for some. Hey, Bora Bora, 333. Those are some good numbers. Welcome. Um, and what specifically did you were you hoping that the apophyllite was to do? Because how you doing? No, how you doing? Okay, so maybe if I calm grounding stone would boost that. Yeah, for relaxing. Yeah, because if you're going to be like relaxing and trying to, um, first of all, you're going to need some sort of balance. So if you are using apophyllite, but not at your bedside for sleeping or regular day, I would keep the apophyllite off to the side. Um, Good crystals to have by your bed, of course, amethyst, fluorite. Those are really good stones for dreaming, for healing, for being calm, for relaxing, working on healing your body. Because when we sleep, that's when our body takes the time to repair itself. So the amethyst is a good stone to help go along with that. And we got something here with Amy. I was thinking recently about what I. Oh, okay, Amy. Well, let me star that really quick. And I think, let's see. Oh, thank you, Viviani. Puff. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody coming in. Let's see what she said. I stuck it in my windowsill. So. No, of course not, John. There are a lot of stones now. One of the stones that a lot of people have trouble with, um, energetic wise, is the Oh, the stone that's all the rage now thanks to TikTok. I was just talking to Nancy and them about this. Moldavite. Now that's a high vibration stone. I can work with it. I've worked with it in the past, but it is really something that, um, if you're going to work with high vibration stones, it's good to have another stone on your body that can help also ground that energy that's coming into you, because you don't want to be all over the place in receiving this energy and not being able to properly utilize it or work with it, if you're not grounded. So when that energy is coming in, that a lot of that energy has to be grounded in Mother Earth as well. Make sure you have that connection, that Earth star to the, um, star chakra. Make sure that that's a nice strong, balance there, or else you're just going to be, all over the place. Stone's good for that. Hematite, um, black tourmaline, smoky quartz, especially too with kyanite. Some people have a real, um, get buzzed off of kyanite, so that's another stone too. Right by your bed. Yep, good stone to have. It helps with dreams. It helps with calming thoughts, and of course, like my disclaimer always, this is me here chatting with everybody, talking about crystals and the good uses and everything of them. This is all for, excuse me, entertainment purposes only. Um, Crystals are really good, to help us heal and work through things and to help us connect with our loved ones and, our higher selves and our psychic abilities. But when it does come to health, please seek professional medical, attention above and beyond all else. Think of crystals right now as kind of like supplements, like vitamins. Um, but make sure that anything is going on that, health wise, go see your doctor. So you have a little piece somewhere. Buzzy. Yep. The Moldavite. I was trying to find my piece because I have a real cool. Yes, thank you, Sharon. Anybody in here who, wants a wrench that would like one, please let me know. I know the trolls are working, um, overtime lately. And if you do, you have a channel, please go ahead, put it in the comments. And if one of you do have a channel and you want to come up and hang out and chat and do live with me and everybody in the chat, please let me know and I'll just drop the link in there. So let's see, did I even answer your question, Joan? I think I did. But I do have a. Hi, Nancy. Nancy Riker. Bora Bora. Is this the first time you've been here? I've seen you in other, chats on other people's channels. Oh, new subscriber, first time here. Well, welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a little. I told my therapist the other day, I hate watching my, replays because I'm talking, I'm playing with my hair, I'm getting, sometimes I get a little, butterflies, a little nervous, and I'm having fun. I'm just like looking at myself, oh my God, it's like I'm ticking all over the place. So maybe I should start keeping some, um, hematite. I have a ton of it. I have a ton of fluorite, hematite. I have all my crystals here too, still pretty much. Well, at least the small ones. So if anybody wants to see a certain stone, let me know. But I am going to get to Amy's question here. Um, I was thinking recently about when I woke up around 2 a.m. on February 15th, 20 years ago. That's the same date and time. He was okay. So, Amy, let me find a spot because I have a ton of crystals here. I mean, check it out. I got them in the bags. Got them all over here. So let me see what card. Huh. Oh, let's grab this deck right here. Ah, bubble paper wrap. Okay. So let's see. Let me get back to live here. Alrighty, so I'll be using these cards, Amy. I know it gets after a while, I feel so bad, Bora, that I subscribe to channels, and I know I'm never going to be able to make most of their lives or their videos. So what I try to do is I'll jump on, hit like, watch a little bit, leave a comment, and then have to jump out just to keep, trying to support other people as much as I can. So, oh, Joan, that's nothing. I mean, I don't have the big, fancy, like mega pieces. I mean, those monsters that Jen have. Oh my God, they're beautiful. But I do have a lot of beautiful little itty bitties, and it was so fair. They're asking, well, which ones? What are your top three favorite? And I'm like, it's like asking, what's your, like someone, what's your top three favorite kids, or your favorite fur babies, or even my artwork. It's kind of hard to do that. So hey, Kaz, what's going on? Okay, so Amy's grandfather passed. She wants to see if he had a message recently for her. If that's what I'm understanding correctly, Amy, if you want to see if he has a message for you. And I'll make sure I use my book this time tonight too. Oh, you guys, you're not going to believe what crystal just popped up. This is the first card. Oh, you guessed it. Apophyllite. Check it out. And it's really not that golden. It's my light doing that. So there we go. So obviously he was connecting to you, Amy. Third eye, crown chakra. It was definitely, see that energy coming through. He was reaching out to you. Let's see what the next card is. Rutilated quartz. And then I see a doorway. So it is a doorway. He was going to be coming through you, talking to you through, heaven's doors. That's part of, the message I'm feeling. But the card for itself that they chose the word for is home, and it's a root chakra. So far it's looking like he's coming to you to talk to you about home life, or home here, and communication. So yes, definitely he was communicating with you. And gosh, do I pick another? Let's see what the next card is. It's telling us a story. Okay, Ruby, passion, root chakra, and sacral chakras. So Ruby, passion. Amy, I'm not sure if you're really doing what you want to do in life, or what you would enjoy to be doing in life. Um, it may be, I'm going to take a look at a book, but I'm just going to kind of do initial. But it's definitely, he's coming through you, through your higher, but the, he's coming through you, um, reaching to you, through your home life. The doors are opening. Um, and with the related quartz, it's also about being rooted. So it's time to, he's coming through, time for you to get rooted. He's communicating to you, and you need to also start communicating as well about what your passion is in life, what it is that you want to do. And let me pull out the ruby first here, number 35. Um, yep, exactly. So he's getting in touch with you about what you may not be doing in your life that you want to do, that you really want to do, that's your passion. And he wants to make sure that you do it. That because he knows it's going to bring you joy, it's going to make you happy, and it's probably a part of your life path. And it says right here, Ruby has appeared to get your thinking about what your passions are. What do you want in your life? Who do you want in your life? What or who brings you the most joy in your life? So it's either to do with a relationship, maybe with family, with the home card, and getting reconnected with family members. But for me, when we were talking earlier about your family and how everybody's getting together and having a celebration for the birthday and everything, I think this might be him more coming through, just letting you know that he wants you to make sure that you're following your passion, making you doing what brings you joy, what makes you happy. Stop kind of putting other people's needs first before your own with what you want to do with your life when it comes to relationships or even something new that you want to try. Whether, you might be at a job that you're not really happy at and you'd rather be doing another job. Um, Maybe you want to take on a hobby and people are going kind of like, why would you want to waste your example? I want to learn how to paint. I want to learn how to draw. And a family member, maybe jokingly, lovingly, who knows, but says, why would you do that? You can barely draw. What makes you think you're going to, that kind of an attitude? A lot of that would just cut our desire to learn that right off because then we start thinking, well, what if they're right? But no, make sure you do start doing what it is that makes you happy, what brings you joy, what sparks life into your soul, what sparks, what gets you um, hot and heavy for life. And this could too very well be maybe with a relationship. If I'm not, you can offer anything, Amy, at any point to kind of help me out here. This girl's drowning a little bit, I think maybe. But whether it's a relationship, Amy, or if it's something that you really truly want to do with your life that you keep putting off because you don't think you can, time wise, money wise, or something, he wants you to know that you really need to do this. He wants you to be happy. You're here for a reason. What you're passionate about is your reason to be here, and he wants to make sure that you're able to follow through with it and do what it is that you want. Oh, there you go. Time to focus on you, live your life, explore what it is, anything that makes you happy, knitting, painting, crocheting, or going out and, learning a new skill of any kind, computer, just the world has so many more, even though it feels like for a lot of people, the world just keeps shrinking and it's ready to break and fall off. We really do have, as women too, more opportunity than we ever had. Our ancestors ever thought of having. You know, a lot of things that are going to would only stop us are ourselves and our fear. And if you still, no matter, like you said, you're going to be joining the 50 club soon. So a lot of people, feel like, well, I'm too old to go back to school for that, or I'm too old. No, if it's something that you've always wanted to explore, or you want a degree you want to earn, or a certification, anything and everything that you ever want to explore, he wants you to do it. You know, start focusing on you, and do what makes your soul happy. What what makes you get up in the morning? What brings joy into your life? So, and there you go. Let me see here. Communicating. You're going to have to communicate that to others. This is what I want to do. This is my life. This is my time. I've given enough. I love you, family, but this isn't time now. Me time. To focus. And of course, with home, you said it possibly. Um, Now, when it comes to the home, and you said just getting a new life. I don't know if it's just an ending of a relationship, whether marriage or not, or just needing to get away too close from home, because sometimes living too close to our loved ones, isn't so healthy. We love them, but we can't, you know, be around them all the time because we have to create healthy boundaries for ourselves. And that doesn't mean you stop loving your family. You just learn how that, okay, me space, like, like with Dre dancing. This is my space. This is your space. We don't cross it. I love that movie. I haven't watched it in a long time. So just make sure you do what it is, that you want to do. I can't concentrate. Gives. Well, there you go. You got to let that go. You can't have people telling you, communicating to you what you can or can't do, what you should or shouldn't do. Um, you got to let that go, girl. Love them, hug them, send them love, send them light, but reestablish your connection with who you are and exactly what you want. And maybe get a piece of ruby, keep that on you every now and then. You feel a little bit down or something, just have that little piece of ruby in your pocket, and not the expensive, flawless rubies, but you can get, raw tumbled rubies at a local metaphysical store. And just every now and then, um, oh, Amy, you're the one that's moving to England. Okay. Oh, sometimes it's hard to keep track of who I'm reading for. Um, that's right. So this is a big move. That's right. We were reading for you that night to see if the move was going to go slowly. I mean, not go slowly, go smoothly. Um, I think Aiden was reading with us. Um, I had seen that there might be a few bumps along, whether with travel plans or agents or whatever, but things like that are going to happen. Can happen. Um, and you'll just get through it. You said you were staying, I believe, with a friend, momentarily to get on your feet, but trust me, if you can go to England, that's one of the places I've been wanting to go since my late 30s, especially Glastonbury, when I started connecting with past lives and crystals and everything. Just absolutely beautiful. And to go to Stonehenge. Ah, alrighty. That is a big move. Well, back in the day when there was no GPS, no cell phone, um, except for the tiny little flip ups that we had, um, I didn't leave the country, but I drove from Buffalo all the way to Arizona by myself. The most I have ever driven was a straight run in Mass and back. And that was quite, the journey. And it can be scary, but it can also be very fun and exciting too. So, um, good for you, Amy. Um, much luck and success. Much luck, love, and success. So, Kaz wants to know what made you choose England. And for the newcomers, this is just orange juice. I'm still resting up from moving. Glastonbury's on my bucket list. Yep. Well, what some people believe is the Isle of Avalon. I have recently met a few other people who feel that that's not the true location, um, and it is overly commercialized and whatnot. But if you're there with a pure heart and for the right reason, it is a very magical and beautiful place. Joan, I just would love to be able to go to that chalice well that you always see the lids with the beautiful flowers and everything around it. Oh, how beautiful. Okay, on vacation. Wow. Yeah, people are different, no matter, where you go, it's surprising. Um, I live well, I'm from Buffalo area, and it's always been prided that we're the city of neighbors. But let me tell you, over the years, um, people can be very good and they take care of each other here. But over the last, well, COVID didn't help. And of course, with the jackass who ended up becoming president, Western New York is a very red state, area of our state. And so it's really hard these days for people to be in a place where people will accept who you are and respect you. We gotcha. Hi, Aiden. What you up to? Yes, happy early birthday, Aiden. May 1st, isn't it, Aiden? Are you a Beltane baby? I am finally working on being a more professional channel. There you go. Takes time. So, yep, I want to go there. The tour. Mm-hmm. Joe, do you feel like you had a past life there as one of the priestesses of Avalon? I met a woman and she says that she feels, or her calling of where it was the island of, I think she says, man, that's right outside the off the coast of England, and I thought that was very interesting. Kind of like Atlantis, everybody has these feelings of where the locations could be, but trying to really pinpoint a spot. May 2nd, so you are pretty much a Beltane baby. Wow. Yep. Thank you, Sharon. When I land next year, you will have a job waiting for me and a place to stay. There you go, Amy. Um, you mentioned you have CP. I'm trying to remember, and if that's too personal to ask exactly, I understand. Is that like a cystic fibrosis, or am I off? Ooh, apparently in one of my past lives, I was an advisor to Ramses the Pharaoh. And how'd you learn that, Aiden? Was that through regression? Was that through a channeling from another medium? Card reading? I would love to know. Oh, got some nice graphics. Yeah, I'm not good with that. I would love to be able to hire somebody to help me. At some point, I will. Yep, and he's off to a great start. So just remember to balance schoolwork with your tarot work. Um, Listen to Big Sis, because that education degree, even though a lot of these times these days it just doesn't even really seem to matter to a lot of people. Um, just oh, okay. Thank you, Debsy. Okay, let me go back. So, Amy, have you ever heard of a female comedian? Her name is Maysoon. I can never pronounce her last name right, but she has, since a child, full on cerebral palsy, and she's a comedian, and she uses that, because so many people used to throw that at her as a weapon to hurt her, and so she was able to accept who she was and turn that around, and she would just sling the jokes back at the haters, and she's absolutely hysterical. Maysoon's, oh, why can I not remember? But look her up. I mean, she's a well-known comedian now. Let's see, no, not there. Medicine woman. Possibly at the stake. Yeah, they love doing that to us women, didn't they? There was also the Cathars too. The Christians, when they came in, they told the people either you convert to Catholicism or Christianity, um, or you go in the flames. And a lot of people just flung themselves, men and women. I don't know if they took their children with them, but voluntarily just threw themselves into the bonfire because they refused to convert. So yes, Aiden, how did you find out about your past life? Yeah, it's Maysoon Ziad, but I can't think of how to. She's hysterical. Let me see if I can bring her up here. Um, there she is. Yeah, and to all y'all here, Naomi Judd passed today from mental illness. That's all they're saying. They're not saying anything else. But this is her right here. She has cerebral palsy. She has the shake, the movement, and everything. But she's gorgeous. She just loves herself. She accepts herself, and she just anything that gets thrown at her, she just throws it back, and she's funny. Let's see. Amy, I found out I was the number one scribe for one of the very first pharaohs. I can't remember which one though. Ooh. So when they said Debsy mental health, I'm wondering if she had maybe that might have because I think dementia or Alzheimer's is sometimes put in with mental illness, um, unless something else. I don't want to go there just yet though. I made a link tree. Yes, Aiden, that would be very nice. And Aiden, while you're on, and anybody else here with a channel, would you like to join me? I feel like I'm not going. Yeah, Jonah was today. Yeah, I won't. I can't be on for too long. I've been. See, 11 o'clock I came on. It's going on midnight, so probably till about 12:30. She was diagnosed with hepatitis. Ooh, oh God, Debsy, depression. I was there 4 years ago. Meds stopped working. I had no idea what was going on because my bipolar had always been held in check with the depressive side. And I didn't know what was, I just thought I was being super happy, really creative. I was doing so much artwork that I really loved. And I felt like I was in my 20s again, being up at 3 o'clock in the morning to work on stuff. And unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And that was bad for 3 months. And then it took a whole year. So, yeah, mental health is something that really needs to be discussed more, um, not to be judged, stigmatized. Um, that conversation really needs to be put out there. Hey, Sherry, what are you doing right now? Sherry, would you know what I'm going to do, guys? Everybody who has a channel, I am going to go ahead and just tap it in here. No pressure, no expectation, but it's right there. If any of y'all want to join in and talk for a bit, do a card or two, it's up to you. I'm totally laid back. I'm good till at least 12:30. Watch as I I stay on longer, more people are going to jump on, and the 12:30, 1 o'clock. Oh, I was on with Maya. Aiden and I were on Thursday. By 12:30, I was just like time out. So, how's your weekend going, Sherry? I didn't catch your video. Oh, good. Sherry's going to join. Very cool. As I'm sitting here looking at my disaster of plastic baggies with all my crystals and and cat hair and people hair. But check this out. Share this one here. One of my malachites. Isn't that cool? And I love some of these are just really fabulous. Judd's were going to be inducted on Sunday. Oh my God. Tomorrow? Oh, oh, well, they need to still induct them. Yeah. But that's just unbelievable. Oh, look who we have here. Hi, Sherry.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. So, Aiden, that's up there too if you want to join Miss Sherry and I. And
Yeah, come on.
everybody else. I swear, y'all, even if you don't have a tarot channel, y'all are still here. You have a channel. Don't be shy. Come up and hang out with us for a bit.
There you go. Look what I got for myself.
What is that?
It's like it's a card holder, like what Autumn uses.
Mm-hmm.
I got one, so I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!"
Very cool.
I had some free points with my points stuff, so I was able to get it for nothing, which is even better.
Very nice. I know it's nice when you have those points. It makes you like, well, I could spend this money because it's going to cover the tax. So,
No, it even covered the tax. Sorry, I was trying to get some cards.
Oh, you're fine. It's all laid back. But yeah, I would just like justify, oh, look, I got 3. I would just say, ooh, I have points I can use on these, even though it might only been a couple.
Oh,
I'm
look,
like, okay,
my son put my new day bed that I had ordered.
Mm-hmm.
It's been sitting in the living room for like a month waiting for somebody to put it together. My son did it for me this weekend, the other day.
Oh, that's beautiful, Sherry.
I love the white wrought iron.
Mm-hmm.
And it sits up pretty high. I probably have about a 2.5 foot clearance from the bottom of it to the floor, so I can shove things underneath, which is always nice.
Oh.
Is he coming? There he is.
Like he would say no.
He loves the attention.
No, I did say no earlier in the chat, but I don't think you saw it.
He's our rising star right here. Like I said, honey, it's no pressure. It's late. It is the weekend, so you don't have class tomorrow.
Yeah, I can stay up late tonight. I don't have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I was editing a video for Kirsten right now, but I decided I'd pop on.
Very nice.
I had just come in from doing my new moon ritual outside because I can't burn incense or anything in the house. My brother's allergic. Mm-hmm. So I have to go outside to do
that. But I live in an apartment complex. Oh,
I do too. So I go out with my little ashtray and I have a.
You smoke?
Yeah, I smoke.
Oh, okay, I think
my one bad habit I didn't give up yet.
Oh, that's right. We were live one night and you were on the porch. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have my cards with me right now. Is that a problem? Okay.
No, we're just hanging out. We can pull a card.
Yeah, you're just hanging. We're just hanging.
Okay, great.
I got mine out because you just never know. And I've been itching to play with them all day anyway. Look at that pretty baby.
Oh.
Yeah, I have one of those backflow incense burners. And it's a dragon so that when I light it, the smoke goes down, not up.
Let me change this here.
And,
there we go.
The smoke goes down, not up, when you use a backflow incense burner. And so the smoke will go down and it'll come out the dragon's mouth, which is very cool.
Aiden, here we go. Did you see this, Aiden? Debsy has spoken.
You're grounded. Yes, I understand. I'm gonna talk, but I'm just working on a video right now, so
it's okay. I mean, we're cool here. We're chill.
That's good.
Yeah, I have my crystal cards with me because Sherry, were you there? I'm not sure. I was on Nancy and Woolly Hermit's channel tonight talking about crystals. We were sharing on
No,
crystals.
I have it saved, but I haven't. I was on. I was watching. Damn, who did a live this morning? Anyway, well, Autumn, because I catch her every day, and I was watching Autumn's live, and then when she went off, Allie and Valerie and several of them, they were all doing the new moon eclipse thing, the soul gatherers. They were on for like 4 or 5 hours this afternoon, and just a bunch of different people were hopping on and off. And so I was kind of watching them, and I went on for about 15 minutes, and then I had to go
You
finish.
mean Allie from Heart and Soul Connected?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was with
And
her.
so I was on there for about 15, 20 minutes, I guess, and then I hopped off so somebody else could go on. And I had to go finish laundry anyway. And then Mark was on this afternoon. He does Saturday afternoons, Spirit Whisperer.
Yes.
And he was on, and I'd had this thing happen to me this week that was just wild. And at the time that it happened, I didn't really think too deeply about it. And then today I was talking about it with Allie and the ladies on their show, and Mark just happened to have been in the chat. And I'm like, oh, I was getting ready to go talk to Mark about what happened because it involved an animal. I was obsessing earlier in the week about going on because they weren't doing like readings or card pulls or anything this afternoon. It was basically talking about how you uplift yourself, how do you get yourself out of the depression and stuff, meditation, that kind of thing. And I said, I had been obsessing because meditation is my one stumbling block. I have a hard time trying to make myself sit and be still for longer than a minute. Just I'm so used to going all the time. And we got to talking about it. I said, and here I was obsessing about it in my mind. And one evening, just I'm going to bed, I literally heard my guides tell me, everybody does it differently. Stop worrying about it. And it was like, ding, the light went off. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. I can do that. Yeah. Well, then the next day, when I took my lunch break, I had this little area that I found on the side of the building that I work in, back up behind the bushes under some trees. And I can go sit. Nobody really sees me unless they're looking for me. But I can go sit back there and eat my lunch and just have some quiet time. And so I was sitting under the trees, and this squirrel came up, and we have pretty tame squirrels on campus because they're used to all the kids feeding them, so they know if they behave properly, they're going to get food. And so I'm yeah, we just start multiplying on your backyard.
Yeah. I add some water to the
so I'm sitting there, and the squirrel comes running up, and there's a tree that's about 2 feet in front of me, and he comes up to the foot of the tree, and I said something, well, hi, Mr. Squirrel, something silly, and he runs up about 3 feet up in the tree, and then stops and just looks at me, and he's like doing his head like this, looking back, just looking at me. And I'm tossing breadcrumbs and Cheetos and whatever else I had in my lunch for him to eat. And he would like look and follow where it went, but he didn't move, which struck me as really weird because usually they'll jump and run for the first crumb and then they take off. No, he sat there in like eye contact for a solid 10 minutes, just sitting there. And I started talking to him, just, I don't know, nonsense. Just talking to the squirrel, and the squirrel's just like hanging on the side of the tree, just watching me. And I guess for about 10 minutes. And then he came down the tree and he ran and he grabbed a couple of the crumbs. And as he grabbed them and went to go run off, I thought, oh damn, I should have took a picture or something. Nobody's gonna believe this. And so I tried to take a picture and all I got was his butt. And as he went around the bushes. But I was sharing it and I was like, it was just one of those, just something I've never had happen before. I mean, I have an affinity with animals. They tend to take to me. But
especially Shan. Oh my God. Any animal or animal just comes right up to him.
I've never had anything like, I mean, I've had the squirrels come run up and get crumbs from me when I've sat outside to eat, but not like this. This was very unique and very different. And so we were discussing it on the Soul Searchers thing this afternoon, and they were like, well, that was spirit just trying to tell you, okay, I'm listening. Talk to me. And I'm like, okay. And then
Mark, did you look up squirrel?
Huh?
Did you look up squirrel? The animal totem? Did you look up the spiritual?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't even think about that.
Well, one of the means is for squirrels are known for gathering, and they're very pertinent on making sure that everything that they need, their basic needs are met because they know how to plan for the future. Because that's why they plant and not plant, but they bury, their nuts and things and stuff. Because they're very, very forward. So that's one of their main medicines is learning how to be frugal, how to know how to put things set aside so that they have stability and security, especially when winter comes up. And when you were saying that, I was shuffling and I got the tiger's eye and look at the bottom, stability, and it's the color too, the squirrels have. It's that beautiful brownish. So in a way, he was teaching you or talking to you or sending you this message of stability. You're going to be okay. You have everything.
It was a very calming experience.
Yes.
And at the time, I posted it like on my Facebook and my Instagram page and was making a joke out of it. And then today, the ladies all started discussing it, and they were different things. And I was like, I didn't even think of that, I didn't go that deep into it. I said, in fact, I plan on hopping on Mark's channel when he goes live, since he's an animal whisperer, and ask him, what was the squirrel trying to say to me? Well, Mark was in the chat. And so he's answering me in the chat. So when I got on his channel, when his show started, and he was telling people, put questions in. And I said, well, you already answered my question. I don't need to ask you anything. And he saw it and he started laughing. He says, actually, Pan wanted me to tell you that it was him trying to say thank you for working so hard at trying to get in touch with everything. And I was like, that's just so cool. But back up a little bit when I was still on with the Soul Searchers. And as everybody's discussing the squirrel, and I just got the urge to shuffle my Native Spirit Oracle cards. And I pulled 3 cards. And I pulled Elder, Shapeshifter, and I forget what the third one was now.
You had me at Shapeshifter. Elder.
Well, because one of the women before I pulled the cards was saying, well, that was your spirit guides being like a shapeshifter. And they just came down in the squirrel, and I was like, oh, well, that's cool. And then I pulled the damn card and I was like, goosebumps up and down my arms going, oh my God, this is just too wild.
Yeah, just really quick, I pulled up symbolism because I do have an animal deck, and it just said a squirrel symbolizes energy, playfulness, balance, preparation, socialization, prudence, and resourcefulness. It's a sun-loving animal by his passion for trust, but yeah, I'll have to find something that's a little bit more, because right now I can hardly even read. It's getting a little late, so even reading small print right now, I'm like, oh. But yeah, I had a similar story that my therapist, my counselor was telling me when she went to her father's because they were in the mausoleum, and they were putting flowers and stuff. And out just out of the corner of her eye, something caught her attention, and it was a baby deer. It was a fawn, and that fawn just stood there and looked at her and didn't get scared, didn't get spooked, and she was like, "Mom, look," and the mom kind of turned around and looked at the deer, and then it turned around and did a couple hops off, but then stopped and turned around and continued to stare at them. And then, you know, it took off, but Kathy said the weird thing is that they, as soon as, it jumped, it got out of their sight, they were just right there to go look to see where it was, and there was nothing around. She was like, there was no way he could be there 1 second, us get up and go look, and then could be completely gone. And that gave me goosebumps. And I said, that's your dad coming and saying, acknowledging that you're leaving flowers. Because the deer are so naturally, they're non-predatory. They're
Right.
very gentle. They can be skittish, of course, for good reason, but they're very gentle animal. They even come in when they hear human babies crying, and they come and check them out, and so they're very
Oh yeah.
family oriented,
Oh yeah. They're
connected,
very protective. Very
like the
protective animals.
elephants. And I said to her, well, right then, and she already knew that was her father, but she wanted to share that story with me. And when you told me that story, I was like, oh my gosh, just like Kathy's story, getting the Aiden, is there anything that you would like to add or anything you would like to share?
I don't know.
I like gobble up all the time.
I love that story with the squirrel. I think that's so fascinating, and that's like surprising that the squirrel stayed there for 10 minutes and just stared at you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I know, that's what was so weird and I didn't realize how much time had gone by until I looked at my watch after he ran off, and it was like, wait a minute, the squirrel's been sitting here for 10 minutes.
I would be like, is the government watching me through this squirrel? Is that what they're doing?
Okay, oops. Well, I just had a card jump out when you said that, Aiden. Oh, you guys are not going to believe what card just jumped out. I kid you not. Tiger's eye and animals.
Oh wow.
Solar plexus, personal power, connection to your spiritual, to the world around you. There you go. Tiger's eye and the animals. I just was just shuffling, and it just flipped over, and I said, okay, which card is this? And boom. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do have something. Well, I wanted all of your advice. So, okay, so I do 2 shows, Aiden and the Expert and Aiden does tarot, or Aiden Learns Tarot Live. And Aiden Learns Tarot Live, not good. It's just me sitting by myself talking to myself, which does not turn out good normally. But I wanted to be able to bridge the gap of the ages between my audience. So I was like, maybe I should introduce a new show on Thursdays called something about Gen Z. Like Gen Z, I don't know. But I would have Gen Z guests on every Thursday and like read with them. So I have Aiden the Expert and Aiden and Gen Z, whatever. I don't know about that. What do you guys think?
What's the new one? I know that I'm a Gen Xer. Then there was the Gen
I'm
Zs,
a baby boomer.
and then there were millennials. I don't know why people even
Shows
have to
how
put
old I
labels
am.
on people. I
Yeah.
hate labels. I'm not sure, but instead of that, why not just kind of maybe reach out to readers like someone like Sherry's age, my age, maybe somebody younger, and just get a nice group of people from different from where they are in life and what they've gone through, what they've experienced
Yeah.
through the knowledge that you
And that's
can
kind of what I'm doing
receive, like from
with Aiden the
Sherry, because
Expert.
she's seen so much more than I have seen, so she
Yeah.
can share her experiences. I could share mine, and then a younger person, just because they're younger doesn't mean that, because we have some young people that are very old souls. So
Mhm.
you have different age groups of people, maybe like in a circle, like Aiden's circle of something, where you have different, divergent
That's so
ages
cool.
or backgrounds or beliefs to come together and just kind of discuss on a
Moving it from
topic
baby
or do a
boomers to
reading.
Gen X or Gen Z or whatever it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just include, not necessarily title it, well, this is a jet, kind of just take out the label and just say these are people from
Yeah.
different stages of their lives, different ages, and what their experiences have been. What can they teach us? How can we maybe learn from their, what they consider their life lessons or mistakes, and, maybe new insights that, others, who might be younger that might be able to give me that even at my age, that I didn't think about. So focusing less on labels and just focusing more on the individuals and their life experiences.
Yeah,
You
and
could
I think that's
also
what I'm.
do nights where you get, other readers that are closer to your age, and just have like, a night where it's just the younger generation that's does the readings and or discusses certain topics that are more relevant to what y'all deal with. I mean, your
That's good too. Yeah.
generation uh, deals with so much more things that I think, God, I didn't have to deal with when I was that age. I mean,
hmm
I am so glad there was no such thing as social media when
Me
I
too.
was a teenager.
Yeah.
That would have been it for me because I was always in trouble for something.
I like Amy's too. Aiden's circle of friends. I like that too.
I like that. But back to what you guys were saying. So yeah, I do have Aiden and the expert, and I've had a lot of people on. I think, and so the
Okay.
day after my birthday, I'm with C. Megan Michael, and then I think on the 4th of May I'll be with Sheila from Angel Feather Tarot,
Oh wow.
and
Very
then
nice.
And Sheila's a sweetie.
yeah, and then on the 23rd of May I'll be with Deanne.
And Sharon Sipe just recommended reach out to Jay too, Herc 213.
Yeah, her two
He's
and
just a
three.
couple of
Yeah, I know he was. I was on his live stream yesterday, and
so
not
he
my
could be
face, not like camera, but
Mhm.
Yeah, Deanna and I are doing a live stream on the 29th of May.
ooh, so that's like a week.
That's on a Sunday because
Yeah.
that's Memorial Day weekend, and then my birthday's just a couple of days later. So
Ooh,
Ooh,
that's
we could do
fun.
like a live with Deanne, and we can sing happy birthday to Sherry.
oh boy,
Get Sonia, and Sonia can do her
yeah, I'll be 61.
Stevie Wonder. You'll be what?
61.
Wow, 10 years older than me. Not that much. See, now from doing like a group like with Aiden, I can kind of sit in my perspective because right here I'm like, oh God, I'm 51. What have I done? And then someone who's 10 years older, like Sherry, could be like, well, look what you can still do,
I could be
sweetheart. Not,
Aiden's
you know what I
grandmother.
mean? And
My grandmother's dead.
Well, I may not be far
well,
away from that.
she's passed on.
Yeah, my
Aiden could be very blunt.
I like his bluntness. That's,
Yeah.
I think she was about 76 when she passed over
my
from
mother was
Alzheimer's.
76 when she passed. She died
Yeah.
in 2019,
I'm sorry.
just before the pandemic hit.
Oh, and then I'll be live with Sonia on May 10th.
Wow.
Very
Wait a minute.
good.
I haven't been live yet. Or have I been live yet with Sonia? Maybe I have. Yes,
Yeah,
I
I think
have
you
with
have.
KD.
I think you was
Yeah,
on Soul
with
Sister.
KD. Yeah, we're on with KD. Oh, that was fun. Talking about art with KD and with Pat, storyteller. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sonia is a sweetheart. She will, she's so
so
kind.
is EQ.
She'll take you under your wing, and she's yes, she's
Yeah,
like the
she's
mama
very.
bear.
Yeah,
I
I'm just
think
trying
my
to build up
daughter
my
is older than you.
schedule every day.
We're right about the same age.
Oh,
Anyway.
I like this. Look what Cass suggested. Tarot through the ages.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's
That's
badass.
a good one.
That's a good one. I'm gonna take a picture of that one. I'll credit you,
We
Kat.
grab a pad of paper and a pen and say, "Oh, let me write that down."
Down.
His
That could be its
generation
own
picks up their
channel.
phone and says, "Let me take a picture."
Yeah.
I mean,
think that would
Sherry,
be
could you imagine the kids back in our day? Well, let's go see what's on Channel 7. You go, well, get up and go turn the dial. You're going to get up and turn the
Well, and then you
dial.
stood there for 15 minutes with the damn rabbit ears trying to get it to come in.
Yeah.
Because you only had 3 channels. That was it. You
Yeah.
had ABC,
Nowadays, everything's
CBS,
all
and
instant
NBC.
gratification with
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah. I kind of miss the old times,
I remember when the first family in our neighborhood got a color TV. They were the first ones on the block to have a color TV.
Oh,
And we
wow.
everybody in the whole neighborhood, everybody went over their house to go watch color TV that night. It was wild. I was like 7 or 8, I think, at the time.
That's
Something like
cool.
that. I was in elementary school.
And you know what was one of the very first TV shows? It was NBC that actually used color for their show. Was the Monkeys.
Mm-hmm. In color, they made a deal about
Technicolor.
the
Yep.
shows that were in color.
Oh, I said the Monkeys, and he was like, "Wait a minute, who's that?"
You gotta go Google it. Hang on.
Yeah, that and Lost in Space went from black and white to color, so that really brought on a lot of.
Oh, it was like I remember the first. I was 10 or younger the first time I saw the Wizard of Oz on a color TV, and you go from the black and white and into the color, and it was like,
and Bewitched.
Wow, it was the first time it really was kind of like a punch.
Yeah,
because
I
before
used
I'd
to
always seen it on TV.
love
It was
that
just
movie.
black and white. So,
and now it's like I can't even. I don't even want to look at it. I mean, it's weird. I don't know if it's because of the stories and things. Now I know of what went behind the scenes in the creation of that movie. That kind of turned me off now. But as a child, once a year, usually around Easter,
I had the DVD, the 25th anniversary edition. I think it was right when they first came out with DVDs, and somebody gave me that one as a gift. I got that one and Gone with the Wind and something else. I know when my son joined the Navy, just before they went out on their second deployment, he found one of the DVD, like one of the Blockbuster stores or something, were closing, and they had gone in to go see if there was any movies to buy, and he found a box set, 50 movies of Alfred Hitchcock. Wow. And he was like, "Oh wow, Alfred Hitchcock!" Because we taught him right. What can I say?
Mm-hmm.
And and he bought it, and all of his shipmates were like, "Who the hell is Alfred Hitchcock? Why would we care?" By the time they got back from their deployment, the whole ship was hooked on Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched some of Alfred Hitchcock's movies.
Yeah.
The girl or the Strangers on a Train, is that one?
Yeah, Two Strangers on a Train. That was one. They made a movie out of that several movies actually. Rear Window, The Birds, Vertigo.
Was Casablanca one of the movies too?
That wasn't Hitchcock.
No, that was just no.
That was.
I watched it once. It was okay. I'm not really big into. I sometimes
Casablanca.
Yeah, I sometimes watch them just to
you
kind
have to remember
it
took place during World War I or World War II, something like that.
Like that, yeah.
And that was the whole premise behind it, had to do with the war. It's been decades since I've seen that movie. I don't really remember it.
Yeah, Amy, these kids wouldn't know what to do if they were in our times. She's right.
There are 10-year-olds with cell phones
and learning, and with Laura.
I mean, we got up in the morning, you ate breakfast, and you literally got put outside like the dogs. It was go out and play, and you didn't go back in the house.
Mm-hmm.
At lunchtime, whoever's house everybody was playing at, that's who fed you lunch. But you stayed outside. No, you didn't get to go inside to eat. Everybody stayed outside. Mm-hmm. And then when the street lights came on, that's when we went home. And you didn't, unless you were sick or it was storming, you didn't hang in the house at all,
I remember back when I was younger and the Walkmans were first coming out, and they were trying to, you could win them through your cereal box company that you bought. You buy a box and you go through, you dump it all out to see if you were the winner. And I remember going, oh, wow, a Walkman. I want one of those. Those sound so cool. Jeez.
I remember when they used to walk around with the big boom boxes on their shoulders to listen to music.
Yep, I did that too.
Yeah.
And it's
used to
just like,
think,
I
you
have
know,
no idea. Hey, Aiden, have you ever seen any of the breakdancing movies, Breaking 1 and 2?
No.
They're corny, but it was great music with the dancing and the fashion and everything. Some really classic 80s music from there.
Disco was my era. That's the era I
Mhm.
danced, was in the 70s.
Yeah,
I graduated high school in 79, so
There
I
you
was
go.
big time into disco dancing.
I
Dirty
watched
shot
we were
talking.
I watched Sonia and Lisa in their music stream. Did you see that? And
I saw some of it.
I was like, if I was on this, everything I would say is from the last 20 years.
Yeah. My son and I have talked about doing maybe like a reaction channel to some
Oh, wow.
music, but we
Oh,
both
with the
sit there
young kids?
and
Oh
it's
my
like,
God.
I
Kids
mean,
giving-
because his daddy and I raised him right. He knows his music. I mean, he's a
Mhm.
musician anyway, but he knows his rock and roll.
They had these videos where they were getting these kids, and this one kid, they gave him the headphone, couple of the kids, and they were playing oh, which Led Zeppelin song, honey, was it? It was one of the early Led Zeppelin songs, and the kids to their face are going, oh man, yeah, what is that? I
I
mean,
love
these
watching.
kids were just
There's
like,
a couple of couples I watch on the reaction videos and just see
and the
these young
kids,
people digging on music from my
yeah.
generation. It's just,
Hmm.
I mean, I remember my son was a teenager. He would come tell his daddy and me, turn it down. It's too loud.
Yeah.
Because we crank it up.
So it was great to
Uh,
see all these kids' reactions to the older music. I mean,
yeah,
these kids are like 6, 7 years old, and they're just
there
going,
was there's a young
love
couple.
this.
They just had their third baby that I watched. They're so sweet. But they somebody talked them in, sent them a video of Tom Jones. You remember Tom Jones?
I never liked him, but yeah.
And they sent him a video. Or I mean, this was before I was born, even from like the 50s. And they listened to it and they just loved the video and they were talking about it.
Yeah.
They did the reaction. Somebody in his group saw the vid. Someone they knew saw it, sent it to one of his people who saw it and showed it to him. And he was so tickled that they were so enthralled with that old song and him singing it
Oh, really?
that he sent them, he like emailed them, and sent them some signed pictures and some other stuff. And it was
Wow.
really cool. It was like, wow, that's, most people you think
The
wouldn't bother, but
famous, I think it was the famous song from the Fresh Prince. Everyone remembers Carlton doing his,
oh yeah,
and that
his
was
dance.
the John Tone song. It's not unusual to be loved, and that was the famous, that everyone still loves. That was the Tom Jones. And Aiden's just sitting there going, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm just going to stay here and type away.
It's like listening to his grandparents talk.
I
Amy,
do
I
love
haven't
older
seen
music.
that yet.
Oh my gosh.
Motley Crue. Oh boy. Gotta be careful though what videos they see.
Oh, I watched one
Especially for like
reaction.
girls.
I still can't believe there's 10-year-olds with cell phones. That's crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a little. Every time that's the parent. This is the
Toddlers
the
have
parent
20 cell phones
giving
that they
them
play
a
with.
cell phone. That's what's raising our kids or the new kids.
Oh
The
my
parents
gosh.
just don't want to parent anymore. They just shove a tablet in front of them, and that's their.
That's the babysitter.
Yeah.
With us, it was the TV.
I think I was
Down.
5 when
Hey,
phones,
Serena.
when like iPhones and like all these big phone companies made phones. I think I was 5 years old when it came out.
I grew up with a phone that was hooked to the wall.
Yep.
It was on
And
the
a long
wall,
cord.
and it was a party line. There would usually be like 3 or 4 households that would share the same phone. number in the same line. And so you had to like pick up the phone and make sure nobody was talking before you started dialing, you know. And if there were
Yeah.
people talking, then you had to hang up and wait. I mean, I can remember a few times my grandmother picking it up and saying, "Would you get off the damn phone? I need to make a phone call."
Yeah.
She was a
Hmm.
trip.
And that day when it came out where you could like actually leave a message, and or you could see who was calling you.
Oh God,
You
I
know.
remember. Yeah, that was like that was just unheard of. I mean,
Hmm.
caller ID. I mean, I know who it is calling me. My grandmother knew who was calling us without that. 5 minutes before the phone would ring, she'd be like, "Go get the phone. Sarah's calling." Within 5 minutes, the phone would ring, and that's who would be on the phone. Would be Sarah. That
She knew.
was she did it every time the phone
Grandma
would.
was a little psychic, huh?
Yeah, yeah. My mother would have visions of people dying.
Yeah.
She would see them dying, and she hated it. She didn't like it. She didn't like to talk about it. I know there was one incident where she watched two pilots that she was friends with. She worked on the base at the time, um, and she saw them die in a plane crash. And they didn't fly together anymore. They were trainers at that point. They weren't like active duty pilots. And she had a vision and saw them
Oh,
burn to death. You know, explode in the air and burn up. And and it freaked her out really bad because the next day there was like a test plane that came into the base, and they asked the two training pilots, "Would y'all take it up? And you know, you're the most experienced, you know, pilots we got." And there was some kind of a mechanical failure, and the plane exploded, and they both died. I remember my mom being freaked out about that for the longest time.
yeah. I have a lot of dreams of plane crashes, and it's like no matter what plane is in my dream, if I look up to see it in the sky, it's going to immediately crash.
Yeah,
And I was told that might be because someone feels that I might have had a past life where I died in a plane crash or something. I don't know, but
that could be.
it's like no matter whatever I look up, and it's just so weird because some of them is just like you see it going down, and you can see it in some of them. It's just like it's like I gotta take cover because that blast of air is going to come through and it's just going to destroy everything. And
Hmm.
so all these different, mm, mm, mm. I might have one now tonight, but I never
Wow.
know when they're gonna.
I don't remember my dreams. I really don't. Once in a blue moon, I'll wake up and I will remember it.
Yeah,
But by the time I find something to write it down, what it is that I dreamed,
yeah.
it's gone. it's
Hmm.
it doesn't stay with me very long.
My dreams are just me like pretending I'm Ariel in Broadway, the Little Mermaid.
I like Ariel.
Yeah, she had beautiful red hair too.
That's right.
Not, yeah, her hair is way more red than mine, but you can't really see in this light.
You know, like I was saying earlier, one of the ones he's got a red that you can't even buy in a box. You know, it's just it's a
Thank
Dropping
cute
you.
my
shade.
chocolate.
Yeah,
Um, I used to have brown hair.
yeah. Mine was a dark brown, black, and
I
then
started getting gray when I was 12.
I thought I was young. I started at 18
I was
or
12.
younger than that.
I started plucking them. And then when I hit my 20s, it's like I'm going to be bald if I keep that up. So I started coloring it. And I colored my hair up until I got in my 40s, and then it wouldn't color anymore.
Yeah,
It's
because
like I
back
can
then a
put
lot of
color in
those
my
hair
hair,
colors
and
weren't
the
good.
whatever brown's left in there will turn that color. When they do the initial rinse out, it goes white.
Yeah. The chemicals they used back in the day for the hair colorings and stuff, though, wow. I'm surprised that, I like you said, I still have hair from all that I.
But now you have young women who go to the hairdresser and have them dye their hair gray. It's like a thing.
Everyone's like, oh, you should keep it. It's popular. It's a thing. I'm like, I don't want to be a thing. I don't want, you know what I mean? I want to be me. I want to feel comfortable in my own skin. I don't want to have to match what's. I mean, I go because I don't have financial to go in and have it done. This is not by my choosing. They have the purple and the silver.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go now and finish this
Yeah.
video.
All righty, sweetheart. I know I'm getting a little close to starting to go
We're
like this
boring.
a little bit. I'm getting a little
No,
woozy.
I have to finish this.
It's
I
right
work
to have finals this week.
next week. Oh yeah, next week. Yeah,
Yes,
but
so
That's
studying going.
I'm good. I am studying. I'm studying every day.
good.
I am.
I've already been after him about, are you
Me
studying
too.
for your finals? I said, you
Yep.
got a lot of mamas on here, so
Yep.
get
And
used to it.
aunties. And
Yes,
aunties.
I have to.
So
Yeah, I have to do. I studied this whole week. Now I have to do this video for Kirsten, and then I should be done
wait
with
a
it.
minute, Kirsten, the tarot reader.
Yeah.
You're working with Kirsten. Oh my God. Her and Linda
It's a
G was
trip.
the very first video that I saw with people throwing down together. And I was just blown away by, I mean, she's gorgeous. She, with her crystal ball and her makeup and her sexy clothes and everything, she's gorgeous. And I was just like, oh, and when you said
Yeah.
Kirsten, I was like, what?
Yeah, she's told me about all her stories with Linda G. They're
Boy,
and
you're
they're like
really
really
rubbing
close.
elbows. Wow, kid. Yeah, keep it up.
I'm supposed to go live
I
with
might have
Linda
to
G
hire
in
you too.
July.
You what?
I'm supposed to go live with Linda G in July. I'm just sending emails to everybody.
I guess,
Hey,
I've been afraid to do
you
that because
don't
I feel
know
like I'm
until
the
you
nobody.
ask, right?
Yeah, that's my recommendation. Send
That's
emails to
like
everybody.
Deanne. Deanne did the same thing. Once she got her channel up and running, she just started emailing everybody saying, can I come on and do a live with you? Or would you like to come on with me? And next thing I know, she's on Mel's channel with him, with Linda G. And I'm like, holy crap, girl, how'd you manage to pull that one off?
Yeah. I know I reached out to somebody and invited them to my channel. They're like, why don't you come to mine? And it was the one time. And then I was just kind of like, well, maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I'm supposed to wait till someone invites me instead of
I've
like
started inviting
force.
myself. Ask Aiden. I did it earlier to him.
Yeah, it can be very intimidating to send
Mm.
emails too, like to people that you don't know, like especially if you want something from them. But I'm just like whatever, I'll just do it. Whatever. But
See, I need to get that kind of an attitude,
yeah,
with a slice of humble pie and make sure I stay, but yeah.
yeah. I'll see you guys. I'll see you
All
guys
righty.
later.
Have a good
Good
night,
night, darling.
Ethan.
Good luck on
Bye.
your finals this
Bye.
week.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Ah,
Yeah, I did that to him earlier. Maya had posted something, but she was gonna do a live stream with him this coming week, next week. I don't remember what day.
Make sure you're
For
studying
his
for your final.
birthday. And I saw the little thing on her community page, and I went on and I said, oh, that's so cool. And then I sent, like, I did another comment and addressed it to Aiden and said, I seem to have misplaced my invitation to come on for your birthday. I wonder whatever happened to it. A couple minutes later, he's like messaging me. Yeah. I want you on there too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some people where I'm like, well, maybe I'm not invited because maybe they just won't choose to because of maybe my reading style or energy, because we're all different readers and we have different styles
Some
and
people you mesh with, and
points
some
of
of them you
view.
don't.
And I know a lot of popular channels, people like to read on politics, and I really don't wish to give these people more energy or attention, than a lot of them already
My
receive.
problem with
So,
me in politics is I'm very opinionated. And so it makes me worried that I would be reading my intention into it, not what the cards are saying. So, but I mean, if a question comes up, I don't have a problem answering it. But I couldn't do
that's,
deep dives like Autumn does, man. That's depressing.
yeah, and to do that day in and day out, I don't know how people. And it's interesting because at one point, I don't watch a lot of shows not because I don't like the readers or anything. It's just I can't take watching 5 shows where we're talking about the same, asking the
Hmm.
same question and expecting different results, or just bringing up that same energy and question. So I kind of limit myself to Sunday mornings. I like hanging out with Scott for a little bit with him and
Hmm.
with Debbie, and a little bit later with Debbie and Lisa. But other than that, um, I could do. But I do like doing the live crimes with my not the live. Well, I go live with Maya from Black Cat Tarot when she does the true crimes. For
Uh-huh.
me, reading on that and getting answers for victims and families and things, to me, that's very important. That's what I like to do. Sometimes I have bad dreams afterwards and try to start trying to ground more and whatnot by because of connecting into that energy. But for me, I find it more fulfilling knowing that maybe I could shed some light and give somebody a story that didn't have a voice before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hello, Kala Lily. We're going to be grinding up. Can you tell I'm a little tired? We're going to be what's the word? Rounding it up pretty soon. But yes, and happy belting, everybody. It is after 12 o'clock. Blessed be.
Well, it's
Happy.
11:37 where I am, so
Oh, and we have Cat Butt. So I guess he wanted to
that's
say
nothing
hello again
unusual.
too. Mozzie,
You
come
got
on.
Sherry's mess over my shoulder here, so
Yeah. He wants me to go to bed. He wants me to give him attention. So it's 9:37 where Mama Bear is. Oh wow. Grinding it up. Yeah, Chicago Lily got it. So any plans for tomorrow, Sherry? I know the weather here has been nice for a couple of days. It's going to rain a little bit, but we had another day of 60-degree weather. So spring's starting to come up. I don't know how it is for you guys down there.
hopefully we'll have nice weather. I haven't heard them say anything about stormy weather. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure we might get a few little thunder bumpers here and there, but
Oh, I love a good thunderstorm.
because we're so close to the Gulf, and
Yeah,
you get a
I
lot of
couldn't
warm,
live
moist
there.
air that comes in, and if you got dry, cooler air coming down, boom,
Yeah,
they meet, and you got a thunderstorm. So
yeah, I can handle lake effect right now. A lot of areas down off the shores with the water rising and with poor, with ever since Katrina, that was just like the mark of the beginning of the worst. And I just could not live down in that area. I'd be afraid all the time. You know,
I don't know. I guess you just get so used to it
is it
that you
used to
don't
it?
really think about it. Just like
Yeah.
people that live in earthquake territory or tornado territory, it's like you prep, you've got all your stuff, you hunker down and ride it out, or you pack up and you go further away.
Like Lisa
I've
was
never
saying.
left. I've been through 3 Cat 5s and have never left for a hurricane.
Wow,
And
that's crazy.
my first hurricane was in 1969 when Hurricane Camille hit Florida.
Yeah.
Hit the panhandle up. Well, it actually hit past Christian in Mississippi, but I was living in Fort Walton. We had just moved to Fort Walton Beach, Florida, like 2 weeks before, and we were in that north quadrant of the hurricane that gets the most water. And I just remember tripping out over how deep the water got everywhere because of the storm surge.
Yeah.
And
It's only going to get worse from here on out, especially with the global
oh
change.
yeah, I mean, I remember when Andrew came through. My husband and I sat out on the front porch and watched it blow in. Um,
You
it came
didn't
where
leave
I
the
live. I
house?
live right between Lake Charles and Baton Rouge on I-10. That's where Lafayette is located.
Mm,
Just about 5 miles from where I am right now, to the east of me, is the Atchafalaya Swamp and the Atchafalaya Basin. It's the largest swamp in the continental U.S.
Oh,
The bridge that spans it is over 18 miles long.
See?
And when Hurricane Andrew hit, it literally went straight up the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
And once they reopened the bridge to cross over, it was the weirdest thing because all the trees looked like a bomb had blown up. Everything was laid flat. You had all those old cypress trees and everything just flattened out.
Yeah.
But it was in this circular motion. It was weird
Oh
because it's
boy.
like
Here we go. Trolls. All I can do is block user. It's not letting me do anything. Mozzie, get your ass. Sorry, everybody here. He's getting very.
she's pay attention to me now.
Yeah, he's getting a little ornery. Should I get my thumb over the? Okay, but yeah, when we lived briefly in New Hampshire, now New Hampshire never has anything like tornadoes or anything like that. It's just not part of its natural
Is that where you live in New
habitat.
Hampshire?
Briefly, very briefly,
Oh,
and we were there in July of 2008, and we were there for 2 weeks. I was cleaning in the kitchen, and I said, "Shan, that sky looking a little funky. I think we got a nasty storm coming in," and we didn't know about it until later on or the next day. But a tornado touched down, like several blocks over, just barely missed us,
yeah,
and we didn't
those are
even know
scary.
it. And unfortunately, a a grandmother was killed holding on to her grandson to protect him.
Mm,
Um, but they said that was they couldn't remember when there ever was a tornado where the last one was, and we were there only 2 weeks, and we just barely. And when we went down that one road, it was just like I don't know
yeah.
how many miles across, but you could just see right where it tore right through, and we were just like, if it had just been over a little bit more, we would have been right in its path.
Well, that was like when Camille hit the Gulf Coast. Um, I-10 wasn't completed yet through that section of Florida and Mississippi.
Mm.
So you had to, after you got past Baton Rouge on I-10, you had to cut down on one of the older highways to the coastal highway, Highway 98. And you just followed that. It would cut straight down to past Christian, and then you would just follow the ocean all the way across. You had to cross Mobile Bay in Mobile, Alabama, to get into Florida, and that's how you had to get there. The other road was not built yet. Um,
Is
and when we went, now all along that section there in Mississippi, were all of these old plantation homes, these beautiful big homes that were is like you had like where's my hand here? Okay, you had like the ocean, the road, and the homes. I mean, they were just across the street
mm-hmm.
from the ocean. And so many of those, when they finally opened the road up and we could drive back through,
Mm-hmm.
it was just, I remember my mom and my aunt just sat and cried because all those old oak trees were ripped up. You know, all these beautiful old homes were just, if they were, if there was anything left standing, was just demolished. I mean, there was one
Most of
house
those
that had a
homes,
fishing boat sitting in the front yard that had blown in through the storm, come in with a storm surge.
now most
Um,
of those homes were owned and run by slave owners, right?
Originally, yeah, probably so, or at least
Yeah.
their families, you know.
Yeah.
Later on down the road, some of those homes dated back to the early 1800s. Um, some of them probably right around the area once the Civil War was over with. But you still had those big old plantation style homes. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just they built them that way because of the heat down here. You had to have lots of windows. They had screened in porches.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you had the high ceilings because heat rises. And so everybody had the drop fans and the huge windows. And because that would help dissipate the heat through the house. Otherwise, it'd be like you were sitting in an oven or something. Um, everybody stayed out on the porch. Um, that's why a lot of southern homes have the big front porches in the front, because that was the culture up until we got air conditioning down here. I mean, I remember when I was a little girl, we were one of 3 houses on our block that had air conditioning. Nobody else did. We had it because of my grandmother's health. Another family had it, the one that had the first color TV, because they had money, they could afford to get an air conditioning. And then the old couple that lived next door to us, because he had a tracheotomy done and had one of those pipe things in his neck that he would talk through. It was freaky as hell. He had throat cancer from smoking, and they had to cut a hole. He would go outside with a cigarette and put it to his neck, and he would smoke through the damn hole. I was like, man, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. My God.
Yeah.
Well,
And it
my
wasn't no
dear.
damn filtered cigarette either. It was those
No.
unfiltered ones you would buy, just pure tobacco. I remember that old man sitting there.
Ooh,
Take his
Mama
thumb
Bear,
off the
why are we
cigarette, he'd bring it to
posting?
his neck. So,
Mama Bear, why are we posting Matt Gates' website in chat here? No.
what is it, Mama Bear? What did they do?
I'm not Serena.
Okay,
I guess
wait.
apparently Matt Gates is running for president or something. And
Matt Gates is a tool.
and she put a thing on there, there's the link, and I'm like, no, no Matt Gates energy, bad.
I have to go look now.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Well, it is going.
Nothing but
almost 1
teenage
o'clock.
girls on the front page.
Ha ha ha.
I'm
Or is that
serious.
real? Is that supposed to be a legit website?
I don't know, but
No, someone said it's a joke. Oh, okay. They're making fun of them. Okay. Ay.
I was gonna say that's pretty damn bold.
Yeah, no shit. Well, they all think that they don't have to answer for anything. So, but alrighty, everybody in chat, thank you for being here. Thank you, Sherry, for joining me. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, thank you.
And
catch
for
me with no
Aiden,
makeup
hopefully
on. My hair is like.
well, look at mine.
I gotta wash it
Thank
in
you
the
for
morning.
Aiden.
Wash it in the morning, and then
you do your
when it
homework.
finally
You
dries
study.
enough by midday that I can get in there and do my thing. So it'll.
Oh, I know you're an anti-Maddie. You're an anti-Matt. Matt, not welcome.
You would be on this channel if you were supporting him.
I know. That's for sure. Yes, Deb Z. Good night. Good night, everybody. Have
Good
a
night, y'all.
blessed and safe rest of your weekend and a good start to the week. And we'll catch you live on someone's channel or in chat. So,
You never know where I'm going to pop up.
Yep.
I haven't done my own live stream yet, but I'm jumping on everybody else's. So.
You haven't done your own first yet?
No, not yet. I'm still kind of intimidated.
Chop.
I'm working up the nerve for it.
I know. At one point, I finally told myself, "Damn it, just do it," because I wasn't.
Ivana Intuitive, she and I are going to do a stream together, but we're going to pre-record it and then just drop the video, because neither one of us know very much about how to do a live stream. So I was like, well, we could always just do a pre-recorded and then just put it out. She's like, oh, let's do that. I said, okay. So we're doing
I like doing lives because trying to do a pre-recording, and I don't know how to use the editing. I have no idea.
My son knows how to do all that stuff. So
many times I would have to stop.
He put the software on my computer so that I could edit myself, but I'm still figuring out how it works. I've got 2 videos sitting in holding right now that I've been trying to drop for a week and a half, and it's I guess a lot of hard work to get in there and edit that thing.
Aiden, how much do you charge an hour? I mean, if he's doing Kirsten's. Wow. She was one of the very first I ever saw. It was Marie's Table, Linda
Diane
G.
from Diane's Tarot was the first one I saw.
You know,
And I was like, they do political tarot? I didn't know
yeah,
that was
I
a
know.
thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that existed. You
And
guys are
from
still on.
her,
Yes, Joan. We were just about to get off, though. Did you recommend a Discovery of Witches? Kala Lily? Yes. We can't. We only were able to see the first season because it was free on Amazon. There's going to be. They're only going to have 3 seasons. The third one's going to be the finale. But I'm waiting for the other 2 to go on DVD. So
is it like a
yes,
TV show?
yes, it was. I can't remember what channel
Discovery of
it started
Witches.
on, but it was really good. And it has to do with witches, vampires, demons, but not in really the way that. I mean, it's just really well done. It really is, and of course, it's a love story too. But it's not kind of sugary sweet like the Twilight was. Um, there's just so many different facets and aspects to it. So, um, yeah, I can't wait till the second season comes on DVD so I can buy it and watch it. Just
Well, if
like
it's on
Lucifer. I
Amazon
love
Prime, I
Lucifer.
can go watch it then because I've got Amazon Prime. So
Yeah, it's a really good show. So,
between me and my
oh,
brother, I don't have cable anymore. I cut the cord.
yeah, we don't have anything. Yeah.
Between me and my brother, we have Disney Plus, Hulu, Paramount, uh, um, Sling. Of course, we're on the Roku app. Um, Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix, uh,
Yeah, we can't afford
Paramount.
internet, so one of these days I'll be able
I don't know.
to.
We've got like 5 or 6 of the pay scripts on them,
Yeah,
and it's still cheaper than when we had cable.
cable. Yeah, when we started out with cable, when we
HBO,
signed up,
did HBO for movies, and yeah, I pay like once a year. I pay a flat. They usually offer like a special price
yeah.
if you just pay a flat fee for a year. So that's what I do with HBO. I stick it on my credit card, and
All
then
righty. Everybody yes, Kala Lily, have a blessed Beltane. Anyone in chat who's pagan, Wiccan, Druid, anything, just beautiful, blessed Beltane. Have fun around your maypole if you do the maypole dance. And
another poll.
another pole. And
The beginning of pole dancing.
hey, oh my God, that's so funny.
The origins of pole dancing is the
Dancing
maypole.
began. Yep, leave it to the pagans. We knew how to have a good time.
That's right.
So, alrighty, my dear, have a good night. See you
Y'all
on the flip
too.
side, and everybody have a good evening and a good weekend too.
Good night, people.
Good night,
My
everyone.
eyes gotta look like I'm stoned or something. My eyes are all.
I'm
I'm not.
surprised my eyes are still open. Alrighty, bye.
Bye.